I wonder how many more events and things you're gonna film like this. This is where my take goes, oh, I forgot we filmed the documentary. Hello, baby. Do like an interview scenario on the sofa.
Alright, not already, I'll come up.
Here you are, you're going to ask me all about me.
It's always been about you.
It's good, we're sticking to the same rules.
Wow,
Right.
that's just a chance to slag me off on camera, so I thought you'd relish it as if.
No, just knew you'd be happy straight away.
Right, get yourself in, yeah.
That's better.
We lived in Langard Road, and you were born in when we were living in Greyshot Road.
I don't know, I don't really remember Langard Road that much. All I remember is the hideous red sofas you had.
This isn't that on, and we decided to go and.
Boris!
Well, yeah, we dressed up, me and Darren, in Halloween costumes. Came in the bedroom, he was only that big.
Didn't you have a scream mask on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Darren was a zombie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because see, I must have been younger than 5 and I still remember that. It's burned into my memory. I was so loved.
Yeah, we lived there 2 years, and then we moved to Tredegar Road, and that's mainly where you grew up.
Yeah, that's where predominantly all of my memories are from, and that's where I started making music.
That's what I was going to ask. So, was there a time for you two where you sort of saw Sam start making music, and when all of this started taking place?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe 10, 11, and he started singing. But we went on holidays before that, a couple of holidays, and he wanted to do karaoke. And, we went to Cyprus, and he got up and sang quite a few times.
Tell him about
Stephen Zach.
He went mental because he thought that I'd put his name down for karaoke.
He's pestering his dad all night to put his name down for karaoke. Let me put my... And Steve didn't want him to put his name down for karaoke. And he ended up putting his name down for karaoke anyway, because Sam's always done what he's wanted to do. And when they called Sam's name out, they didn't say...
Well, no, what it was, it was kids first of all, wasn't it? It was kids doing karaoke, and then they said, well, we're going to have a break, and when we come back, we're going to have kids and their parents come up and sing. And he went, oh, you come up, Dad, you can't. So, not getting me up there, I can't sing, I don't want to get up there and do it. Oh, all right, okay, so off he went. Anyway, he gets up and he starts calling these people up, and then they shouted out, can Stephen Zach come up? And I thought I said Stephen Pat. And I was like, he's put me up for karaoke, and I don't want to do it. But I didn't say it. And then I realised when this bloke got up and when sung with his son,
Steve Zach.
and Zach.
Come in, baby. So, I literally lived in here.
Okay.
It's changed.
What was it like when you was there?
So I had my double bed like here, and then here I had like an empty wardrobe. It was from my mum and dad's room, they'd knocked out, and then I had my television here, and then I kept moving it around, I kept swapping it around, put my telly over there, but the wardrobe was always here, and then I'd open this, climb out my window and have a fag right there.
Was that before you told him you smoked?
No. I had to move back in here. They knew I smoked and everything. I had to move back in here when I was 23. Yeah, 23. So I come back from Greece, and obviously I had to split up with my ex. I had like nothing. I had no money, no job. Didn't know what to do really. And then had to move back into my parents and move into this room. And then that's when I had a bit of a breakdown because I was like, What am I supposed to do with my life now? Do you understand?
Yes,
that's it.
The Bengals.
Yeah, that's
That
it.
originally.
I loved that song growing up though. That's all. Like I had a compact. You bought me a compact. It was blue, wasn't it? Do you remember? Little compact CD player with the blue headphones, and that's all I used to listen to was Atomic Kitten and Big Brothers. This is Big Bros taking over the show. And then she actually sat down and listened to the album one day and was like, I've been listening to it for about half a year, and she's like, you can't listen to this anymore, it's vulgar. And I was like, you let me listen to it for 6 months, you can't take away from me now. Jungle Book, did you remember they made me sing behind stage? I didn't get the part, but I got the microphone, and the kids that got the part mimed my singing.
I'm just thinking of the very first one with my spectacular outfit I made.
Oh, Bessie the cow.
And this camcorder, and he said, you know, you can take it and video. Wow, brilliant! We can use it to video the holiday. So he gave it to us a week or so before we were going, and of course it was Sam's Christmas play. So we took it, and so we'll practice with it and use it. So we filmed Sam dressed up as
Bessie the cow.
Bessie the cow.
I made a spectacular outfit.
Yeah, he made the outfit.
It was cow print felt that she sewn together in a bizarre way. It was like up to here, and then she cut pink. What was it? What are they called? Marigolds.
Marigolds.
Pink marigolds.
Those the others.
She stuck into my stomach. When I look at this room, like it's not obviously my family room. I didn't grow up in this room. I kind of have like bad memories of it really. Don't really like it.
So how long was you in there for?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 long years.
And what was you doing at that time, like work-wise? Because you were just... Is that when you was working in a car finance company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started at my car finance job. What I do now. I was here for a couple of months and I didn't have any money, and I was like, right, I really need to get some money. So I got back in the November. I was then supposed to do a gig in the December that would have got me around £900, and then I was going to move to Manchester because I'd signed a record deal, well, a demo deal. And then I went to do a New Year's gig, completely messed it up because I didn't have any of my equipment. My ex had kept all my equipment. I remember that night going mental at him down the phone because I literally couldn't do the gig. I ended up having to pack all my stuff like away when I'd got to the restaurant. Didn't get the money, lost out, and then couldn't move to Manchester. Was stuck here with no job, no money, nothing, and I was like, what do I do now? And then it got to the February time, and then that's when I was like, I really need to get a job. So I just went and got a job, and then had the breakdown in in April, so just after my nan died. I had loads of time off. Because we were talking about that the other day, I went back and looked at my attendance. I literally had like a quarter of the year off.
Go on and on and on till you got your own way, and then one minute you got your own way, you still wouldn't listen. Like with dinners, I want an adult's dinner, wasn't it? That was always a classic. I want an adult's dinner. I don't want child's dinner. You won't eat a child's dinner, an adult dinner sandwich. Just have a child's dinner. You can get a pudding if you want after. If you're still hungry, you can have pudding no, because I don't like wasting.
Now you sit there and go, let him have it if he wants it.
It wasn't the cost. It's just you only eat half the food, and then the other half the food's going to go in the bin. It's like
I can't say she's wrong. She is right. I don't know, I just always wanted more than I can stomach.
Me and Dad didn't go out for years. So after that, every pub it was like, you haven't got.
We didn't go out.
We didn't. It's like, I can't cope with it. He does the same with grandsons now.
Hi, this is the ITV News, and we are in lovely Goa. This is our first night here, and let's show you around. This is the apartment, lovely by the way.
So you went to Britain's Got Talent? What happened there?
I think I wanted to apply for it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. He asked for it to apply for
and I was like, I know the perfect song, I'm definitely going to get through it. It was Evergreen by Will Young. I hate that song now, but when I was a kid, I love it. I used to think I was so good at it. I think it's because there's like a vocal lick in it. It's like, make it evergreen. And I thought, when I was younger, I thought I could do that really well, but it sounded more like evergreen. Like it just wasn't in key, but I thought it was really good. And then I can't remember. I think we were watching it, weren't we? And I was like, I could do that. And she was like, well, why don't you do it then? And then just come about from that. And then she poisoned Dad with seafood, wasn't it?
Prawns. Yeah.
And welcome back to ITV News. It's part 2. We are watching our sunset now, so if you'd like to sit back, relax, enjoy the sunset, and have a cup of coffee or some Fanta while you're there.
Most people who write music play an instrument, so I just thought it would be easier for you, but it's always been quite easy for you anyway to write music.
Mm.
Did you start learning your keys and stuff on the piano?
I bought myself a keyboard when I was 16, I think. Was it 16?
About that.
Yeah, I taught myself like a few different chords. I didn't really know the keys or what I was doing. I was just to whack them, didn't I?
Yeah.
I remember I wrote a song called Baby Baby Baby, and it was in C major, and it was just whacking C major constantly. Baby Baby Baby, won't you get in my car? And them two were like, will you shut up? Because it didn't stop, literally. I
Smashed the keyboard up.
Did I?
No, Tilly did.
Did she?
Oh, that's what you said. Yeah, there goes the smell. It was on a stand. Tilly knocked it over. Blame Tilly.
She was so timid, bless her. I probably went, I'm going to say to you because you won't get in trouble. But I will.
I've got to be honest, I did come in and catch Lucas actually mixing and putting it together, and I've got to give him some credit.
Glad that they praised him as a child because I never got that.
He's
Never that interested, Sam, and you never could keep your concentration for more than 2 seconds, and then it was gone. Wasn't it?
That's not true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry.
I remember like standing in this mirror getting ready before, because when I lived here, I used to go out and get drunk all the time. They used to get so rid of it. I used to be here like my music on like. One thing I did love about this room though is because the house is so small and they're so used to me doing music, is I could always do my music at whatever volume in here, and they would sometimes be a little bit like, can you shut up now? But real like. When push comes to shove, they were great. Yeah. Always, when I like Black and Gold, everyone's like, oh, you're really good at that song. And I'm like, yes, because I've sung it since I was about 13.
Yeah.
I'm not naturally gifted at pitching, I never will be. So that's why I've always sung like that. But I can understand why it does people's heads.
But yeah, it's only because we're in the background and we can just hear this one loop, 3 or 4 words, continuously sung. Over and over and over, and it was like in the end it's like, oh my God, please.
And it's like any noise. I know singing ain't a noise, but it's like any noise. In your building,
singing ain't a noise.
No, it's not. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Like when you use a drill, you go, and you're putting them shouts up yesterday. The noise after a while gets through to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I suppose you were listening to me. You weren't listening to it with music either, were you?
No, because you had headphones on.
So that's what
and you were singing into the mic, and the
just
mic was through the speakers, but the music wasn't.
No.
So it was just, whatever words you were singing.
It sounds like singing tracks. Like it's just, it's like impulsive, and then in between you'll do what your dad says. Oh, for God's sake! For God's sake! You both say the same thing.
I used to fuck it. So ironic. I'm sure you will get me recorded and produced at some point. But when I don't sing correctly, or I'm I shout.
I've heard it already.
So he's got singing tracks now. He's getting frustrated because it's like getting annoyed with it.
Cornwall somewhere, wasn't it?
Holsheath, wasn't it?
Holsheath.
How's that? How's it?
Some of them.
Looks like it. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, it just looks like the ocean. But
Yeah.
Cornwall.
You've been eating a bit better today then?
I've had 3 meals a day for like.
So it was the last cigarette you had?
The last cigarette?
Yeah.
Not yesterday.
Money all this.
Not yesterday, day before.
Mosh pit.
I've not. It's not actually. Yeah, it's not bothered me that much, to be honest. I'm alright. When I get a craving, it has a nicotine gum. I told you, every single time I've tried to quit before, it's because someone else has been going on at me, or I've done it for the purpose of a relationship or something. This time, it's more like I want to give up. Yeah, I want to give up. So I've got more motivation to do it.
How long have you been smoking for?
Since I was 10.
Yeah, I was sorry, your dad should know. He caught you smoking, didn't he?
Yes, outside the school.
So you couldn't.
Oh, did you actually?
Yeah, I was working on
Senior
the church, or used to be a church next to his school.
Yeah.
And I was at the top of the scaffold because I used to work for my dad. and I turned around and looked, and he'd come out of school and was walking down. He stood on the corner, and I spotted him. He had a cigarette in his hand, and he spotted me slyly out of the corner of his eye, and then disappeared round the corner. And then when I collared him at home about it, it was I was holding it for my friend.
Right, eat.
He was like, caught you smoking. I was like, no, you didn't. But I remember specifically, I think I was with Summer Willett, my friend, and I was like, I had a fag in my hand, and I went, shit, someone's dead.
Obviously, it's only been the sort of last few months that you've really started putting things out there, and like, well, a little bit longer than a few months, but like on Spotify. And now, since then, you've been on like the radio and newspapers and everything. Like, how do you two feel about that?
I love it. I think it's great. Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's all little steps to get to where it wants to be.
Eerily reminiscent is his words of my attitude. I noticed this, like professionally, massively, as I'm progressing, the way that I think about certain things. I'll let you carry on what you say, but I just need to say it in that moment, like hearing it. The way that I look at things, like the other day when we sat down, it's just the little things, Lewis, it's the little signs. Like, how often do I say those types of things to you?
Just like you both know, there's a big thing.
Just my whole life, that I've always been like, you don't know anything, stop telling me what to do. And then it gets to this part, and I'm like, oh, actually, the lessons you've taught me applied to this part of my life are very correct.
Well, exactly. That's all I've ever wanted, him to be happy.
Yeah, because I've been a miserable bastard a lot.
You're not miserable. It's just you're just lost sometimes. You were just lost.
At times when you know, life was crap and not going right, and you know, trying to find your way. And now it feels as though you've come to that crossroads and gone, right, I'm going to do that, and follow that path, and that path's leading to happiness because you're happy in what you're doing, and you're getting the rewards from it. People can see that.
Yeah, you notice one thing though, and I've said this is a common theme in my life, and nothing could be normal for me. I would be the one person for this to happen to in the middle of coronavirus, in the middle of a pandemic. Like, nothing can be normal in my life.
No.
To be me.
See, how something bad comes something good.
Always does.
Yeah.
Always does. Just got to find it.
Yeah, and just keep taking the positives.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I get my attitude from. I don't know where I get the other half of me that's really woeful and miserable.
Father.